My name is Gilbert Ramirez Jr. I'm in charge of the McNeil Racing Team program, which is called logistics and preparation and everything that can get involved with it for the 2023 SCORE series.
My name is Nora Ramirez. I'm part of G-Force crew. The beginning of G-Force is my brother. My shade to follow and to learn about everything around and try to get used to the program.
The first call I got from McNeil Racing was through John. John got a hold of me. They were starting to race 6100, which I've been doing for many years with Geyser Brothers and stuff like that, which I got all my experience from. And then I raced for Robbie and all that stuff. So we got a lot of experience racing through Abdali, through every different program that we had, and they thought it was a good experience for me to help them out and get this program going and lift it from. And we've tried to do this for the last 2 years, and right now 2023 is our first full season. So it was good. I met McNeil Racing many years ago. I can't put you a number, but they're a family-oriented racing team program. It's his first season complete on their 6100 class. They've been racing many years, I think over 20, 30 years of racing experience on different classes. And then right now they're in the new class, which is a 6100, and it's a new foundation for them to understand what big boys and all these big teams do for racing. So it's a learning curve for all of them, and then obviously they're gonna understand where their speed is at and stuff like that. But the McNeil Racing team has been racing many years since their Uncle Perry, where they started racing, till now the two boys, which is Scott and Mitch, which are the youngest kids. Now they're showing their potential, and which Kelly and John been racing together since many years ago. So it's a really family oriented, and I've known them for as long as I can remember. Like I said, I knew their uncle first, and then I met them.
We lived in California, San Diego, and Perry McNeil and his brother Rex McNeil lived with us. They didn't know where to stay. They lived with us. They had just gotten back from serving missions for their church, and had come and were staying with us. And Perry McNeil and his brother Rex at the time were trying to build little, they called them little sand rail, little buggies, just to go in the toolies, they call them, just to go mess around. And I don't know where he got the wild hair about going racing the Baja 1000. So I think it was the second, third, or fourth Baja 1000 ever done that he started, and he went and got hooked, and they've been racing ever since then. And up till a couple of years ago, Perry's raced like 50 something of the Baja 1000s. I mean, he's made almost every one since when he first started. So quite an accomplishment. And so we have moved down into Mexico, into Chihuahua. But we would come up every summer to the Baja 500 and every Baja 1000. And if they raced over in Vegas at the Mint, we'd come to those. And we're 10, 12, 13-year-old kids, and come to the races every year. And so that's how it got started, is just supporting him. And some people get butterflies when they get, when they're nervous when they drive, and others have other things. I don't get nervous. I just get up for it, and just it's once you hit the gas, it's gone. Whatever nerves you had, it's just like it's all about getting in. And sometimes it takes a little bit to settle in, but once you're going, it's all about business.
When I got the call from the McNeil Racing team to get our preparation for the San Felipe 250, it was exciting. We knew coming on from other years that we were a lot closer to where we wanted to be, but it was still a learning curve. We knew that we had a better chance starting from 0 points, going into score season fresh, and we just brought out the drawing books, and we were like, let's do this right. And it was just a matter of getting together the whole program. When it comes to logistics, it's not just putting any birdie in any place and having just people that can come help, right? But you get a certain group of people where they're pretty good at a little bit of everything, and then you have experienced guys, you have really talented people, and then you distribute your people around them. So we picked I picked people that I've been racing with my whole life, and then McNeil's obviously had their own crew as well. So we combined both our mindsets and our knowledge and our people to make this program work.
So here we're down here in San Felipe. Right now we're getting ready to do our qualifying lap. We've been racing for quite a while. Family's been doing it for like 50 years, and we've been driving this truck now for the last 3 years. Getting ready to start the season off, and we're excited and happy to be here. And got a brand new body on the truck, new paint scheme, and ready to go out there and have some fun.
San Felipe is the beginning of everything. It's where we set our seed, and basically that tells us where the rest of the season is going to be. You want to do good at San Felipe. It's one of the hardest races. You push through the roughest Baja there is, and it's understanding of how good you end up there to be able to redeem yourself in the next races, right? So San Felipe is not only an amazing town where everybody and everything goes really well, it's a setting stone for the next races. So it defeats and it puts the purpose of where you're going to end up the rest of the season and how much you have to push. So we come into the season. Scott McNeil is one of the youngest kids there, and he's going to do the race by himself. He qualified, and his brother Mitch co-dogged with him for the race, but qualifying was good. We got a lot closer to where we wanted to be. Obviously, our results wasn't as good. I think we blew a corner, and we went too wide and lost a lot of time there. And then our logistic wasn't as close as we wanted to be, but we understood, we learned, we knew our mistakes, and all we can do is go to the race and try to beat it. We try to come from the back and try to push as hard as we can. We have a phenomenal truck that works really good through all the big rough stuff. So Geyser Brothers built an amazing chassis where it's like it handles San Felipe, it likes San Felipe, and we put everything on that after qualifying, learning where we ended up. We were like, okay, it's time to push, it's time to give it all and see what we can do.
Hey, good morning. We got up early to come down here to get in line for contingency. It's 5:20 in the morning. We came down so we can get in line to try to beat the traffic so we can get in and out as soon as possible. We all got up early and came down and get in line. We go through contingency. They do the tech, checking the truck, all the safety measures, and make sure we're in compliance with all the score rules. They check all of our equipment, helmets, racing suits, ahans, all those different things to make sure that they're up to date, everything for safety.
San Felipe has an amazing vibe. It's one of those races where it's a short race to begin with, though it's quick, it's fast. The whole program put together through SCORE, it has a really fun vibe on racing, on partying, on whatever people go to do there. There's everything. There's dunes, there's racing, there's everything that you can do. But when it comes to racing SCORE, the whole town shuts everything off and just dedicates everything to racing, which is pretty cool. They bring they feel like they bring us in as a family and put us to racing, which it's a good feeling, having all those fans and all those people coming up to you and knowing who you are. It's pretty cool. The race was really good. We learned a lot. It was more than anything learning all our homework we did pre-season to understand where we were at. Scott started the race and Mitch co-dogged with him, the two brothers, which is a really cool thing to do. And they started pushing, right? Like we started saying from the beginning, we're going to start pushing and doing our homework and do what we got to do. They started pushing. First 20 miles, they picked up 2 trucks through the rough stuff, whoops. And mile like 25, 26, we hit a truck and got us into a tree where we bent the front bumper into a tire. And that put us back 3 or 4 trucks positions, which to begin with, we didn't want to lose that, right? So off the bat, we had that push. And we yanked the front bumper back out, switched tire, got them back on the road, and then our strategy was still there. Keep pushing. We went, started picking up cars, 7 cars, and then we got a flat tire, left rear tire, which put us back another 2 trucks, and then we just started pushing, and it was always pushing. We got through Borrego. We were not too far behind. By then we already had 3 flat tires. So we said, okay, let's re-strategize this. Let's see where the truck is at. Now let's go to finish. Let's see what we got to do. It seems like Scott didn't listen. Yeah, he started pushing through all the Borrego side, San Matias area, right beside the road, and he was doing good. We went to the pit, did our tire changes, and then got him on the fuel. And he kept pushing. The truck handled phenomenal. We kept picking up 1 truck at a time. We ended up having another flat tire, and then there to the finish, we just kind of pushed it as hard as we could, and conserved it the last couple miles because it was really, really rough. But other than that, the truck was good. We lost a little bit of a brake issue there where he said the truck wasn't stopping as good. But other than that, the truck was phenomenal and it worked really good. When you name San Felipe, it's rough. It's one of the roughest terrains in Baja. You have the San Felipe whoops, and then you have the big rocky sections of the backside. You have the silk beds, and there's strategies. Fuel consumption is twice as anywhere else because it's all sand, it's all whoops, and you got to strategize on where you're doing fuel and how far you're going and stuff like that. But San Felipe, it's known as a really rough race, and it's one of those races where everything in the shop counts. You can't. Every race counts, but you have to make sure everything's perfect because San Felipe is 250 miles, but it's the roughest 250 miles.
The emotions and the feelings you get as you coming through the bridge, bringing the truck to the finish line, you just get so excited. It's a great accomplishment that you would have been able to achieve. So truck worked phenomenal. Thanks to G-Force for prepping it amazing like always.
The truck ran perfect. The track was everything that we thought it was going to be. Rough, just your typical San Felipe. But we made it to the finish line. We're not sure where we shook out on final positioning. We should know by the end of the night. But overall, we all had a good time. We put on a good show for the sponsors, and that's all that matters for us.
Excited to see what we can do for the 500. Looking to get the truck back up on the podium again and have an enjoyable time with all the friends and family and the race team. So thank you.
Right after the race, the whole team got together as a McNeil was racing, and we go over what we liked and didn't like. So every race, pre-race report, we sit down as a team and we discuss our stuff that we want to improve. And that was the first thing we did. We sat down and then we started talking about the truck and logistics and stuff. And we ended up concluding that the truck wasn't fast enough. We needed a faster truck. So the first thing we did before even washing it, we took the fiberglass off and we went testing. We tested a couple days in Parker, changed a couple stuff. We figured out our brake issue. We figured out our gear issue. And we were trying to be prepared for the next race, which is the Baja 500.
How everyone looks at a race truck is such a nicer way than what we look at it. It's like running around, getting parts, getting it ready at the shop. We had dates and times we had to test the truck and make sure it's perfect for a good race and a good position we want. And I mean, like, not giving up, and everything has to be exact so that we get a good ending. People don't see how time goes through the truck. You can be in the same part for, 2 hours, but it's got to be perfect. People only see the good part of it, and the shop's a crazy world. You're running here and there, and the trip to Mexico is one of the fun parts. Once you load everything, you're like, we're done, we have to go, and that's pretty much it.
So our family started racing. My grandpa and his brothers are the first ones that started racing for the family, and that was, heavens, about 50 years ago. They started racing for the family name. Before they went to trucks, they started in single-seater buggies, and then went to two-seater buggies, and then from there went to trucks, and it's history after that. So that's how it all started for us, and now we're continuing the legacy and trying to make a good and a proud name for our family. I'm a third-generation driver, and I have a little 7-year-old boy that's already sucked into it and going to be starting into the 4th generation. So it's just amazing and a lot of fun that we're able to do this and have been able to do this for as long as we have, as a family, and just having friends that want to come tag along and be part of the family tradition.
To be honest with you, I don't think that we've had a better prep team, from Gilberto and G-Force Dynamics. He's done a fantastic job prepping the truck. He puts his blood, sweat, and tears into the job, and the job shows it. He does a really good job, and the truck always performs, fantastic. We're excited to come out and perform and see what we can do for our sponsors and to get ourselves on the podium, hopefully.
The second race of the season, which is the Baja 500, it's one of those races where it's a big town, so you have a lot of people, a lot of vibes. You do 3 races and that come out of that Ensenada, which is every single other race is there. So everybody in town knows about it. Everybody, it's like a holiday, the whole town shuts off. And that's a big city, so the vibe, the people, the crowd, everybody there is really welcoming you in to all these races, because it's basically a holiday for them. So it's an amazing vibe, and we love to be there. We knew we had a new truck. We knew we were fast now. We understood where we standed on the last race, and the 500 was, we knew we had a really, really fast truck where we can compete now. Mitch did a lot of pre-running, and we got everything dialed in. We fixed our mistakes. So we were looking forward to the 500. We were going to San Felipe. We didn't do where we wanted to be. So San Felipe taught us a lot. So now 500 was give it all we had to try to do our best for the Baja 500. Baja 500 has a little bit of San Felipe in it, and it has a little bit of the Ensenada technical stuff. It's all, graded roads, and it's technical, and it's G-outs and all that stuff. So we knew we had a lot of fast trucks in front of us, so we were just going to push. Our goal was pushing from the beginning, and that's where we started. The Baja 500, we started at Ensenada, and we come back to Ensenada, but it's a big 500-mile loop. We go from the high points of Ensenada down to Saldaña, which is one of the fastest and roughest sections there is, sandy, washy, and then you hit a little bit of Borrego, which is San Felipe area, and then you do the crossover. You go all the beach side, Colonet, all that backside, and then back to Santo Tomas, and then to the finish back into Ojos. Don't get me wrong, they're all fast and fun races, but they're all tough. It's Baja, and Baja has been known for every corner to be different and everything to be, rougher every single race. And for us, starting in Ensenada, finishing in Ensenada, it's a fun experience.
We always have, I should say I always have a little bit of nerves before the race. But we did pre-run. We feel confident. The truck's prepped. You can see it here behind us. We're excited. We start 17th, so we'll be pushing pretty hard.
Well, our sponsors we're really happy with and excited that they're with us is Torco Race Fuels. They've helped us out a whole bunch. Apart from them, we have Raceline that helps us out quite a bit with our wheels. We have King Shocks. They help us out, and our shocks are working right now, working perfect. Everything's dialed in. We have Maxima Oil that helps us out. The McNeil Racing Inc., which is my cousin, he just redid all of our fiberglass on the truck. Well, it looks awesome. And it looks amazing. Yes, it looks really good. They've done a really good job. So we're excited about that. G-Force, like I said, he does a great job prepping the truck. Gail's always on top of stuff and making sure we're all good. And Geyser Brothers also helped us out a whole bunch. Our truck is a Geyser truck, and we're looking forward to maybe getting a new one or another one, working out some stuff. So we're excited to have them on board also.
Well, this time around for the 500, Mitch starts the race with the co-drive Adam McNeil, which is his uncle, which just comes down to family-orientated racing. They started the race, and right off the bat, they picked up people right into Ojos. There were 3 trucks in front of where they needed to be. They came to the radio saying that truck was working phenomenal. Everything was, all our homework we did was on the point. Mitch kept pushing. Obviously, our results from the last race determined where we started this race, so it put us back farther to understand of where we were at. And then, so being so excited through Ojos, coming into K77, picking up guys one after another, I knew that we had a really good truck. We did through K77, which was we were 6 trucks ahead already. We kept pushing. The truck was working really, really well. We hit the other side of the mountains to Saldana, which the truck performed phenomenal. They were pushing and they were doing really, really good. We got to the first pit, which is around like 170, 178. And they came in the radio. They were having a little bit of an oil pressure alarm, so we decided to take off the hood, make sure the truck had oil, make sure the oil wasn't going anywhere. We're trying to figure out where the alarm was coming, and we did. We came into the pits. We did we did fuel, took off the hood, checked the oil. Oil level was good. There was no single leaks on the truck, and I told the guys, hey, everything's good. It might be a sensor or it might be internal. You guys make the call. If the truck feels good, keep pushing. If not, then let's load it up. And they said truck felt good, so he started pushing again. And they picked up a couple other trucks. We came through Borrego, 6th on the road, 3rd physical on time, which is phenomenal for us for where we wanted to be. Mitch was as fast as I've ever seen him race. And we came through Borrego, and we were really excited. Truck looked good, he looked fast, and it was only a matter of time where Scott had another 100 miles to give it to his dad. His dad was gonna do the second half of the race. Unfortunately, after Borrego, 3 miles in, we blew an engine, and we threw a rod right at the side of the truck. Truck almost caught on fire. Oil went everywhere, but it was disappointing. But at the same time, we were excited because we knew that we just fought with the fastest guys there is, and we had everything to beat them. And we were there, and we were fast, and we knew that all our homework we did prior to the race was on spot. So we knew we needed to keep doing what we were doing, and we can get them. So it was disappointing, but it was motivating at the same time, knowing that we hit it right on the spot. Yeah, I mean, once we got that radio call, that we blew the engine, man, you feel like your heart drops and you skip a beat, right? But there's nothing you can do then. You're out in the desert, and anything that happens out there, it's either you can fix it or you can't. And this is one of the things you can't fix. So we were disappointed. The whole team was, disappointed. But like I said, it's one of them to understand how far we came from the first race to the second race. it was a good experience. But yeah, you feel your heart drop, and it disappointing at the same time. Not finishing the Baja 500 obviously affects your points. So we knew that our chance to the championship was going to be really tough. We knew that we would have to be placing really good in the next 2 races the score puts on to get as a series to understand that we needed to do what we needed to do, and we needed to be tough, and we needed to push as hard as we needed to go to the top. And obviously knowing that, and knowing that the truck was working really good, we thought we had a chance. We knew we had a chance. We knew that the 400 was going to be our restart for us, because we obviously didn't finish this race, but we knew that it was all but winning now. We knew we can do it. We knew we needed to qualify for the next race, and that would put us in a better position. The Baja 400, it's our second chance through Ensenada. It's our 3rd race through the season. A lot of the first sections are the same sections, so the preparation of the truck, we went back and we did the whole truck again. Obviously learning, and we tested right after the 500. So going to the 400 is our round 2. This is where we try to redeem ourselves and try to do our best we can. Obviously, our homework back home, we did really good, and it was time to show it. It was time to see what we can really do, and here we are at the Baja 400. So we know that the Baja 400 has qualifying. The Baja 400 is our restart for the season again. That's where you can show who you are again, because you get to qualify. You qualify and you win your position at the starting line. We tested the truck, everything was good, and it was John's turn to drive, which is Scott and Mitch's father, and then Adam was a co-driver. So it was our restart, fresh and ready to go, and we were really happy. We went to Ensenada, got everything ready, and we went to qualifying. So it was time to push and time to do our homework. We show up to the qualifying. Everybody's there. Everybody that wants to win and wants to be there with the best of the best, and we did good. The truck was faster than we've ever had it. We made 2 mistakes throughout the qualifying course, which is not what you want to do, but still, we're really happy. Right at the finish line, we bent the throttle floorboard, and it pushed the throttle up, which wasn't good. We had no throttle for the last 100 feet, but other than that, the truck worked phenomenal, and the crew did a good job. After qualifying, we all get together, go over the truck, change what we need to change, what we use for qualifying. So some stuff that we change and make it more racy than it is qualifying.
We're all prepped and ready to go. We had qualifying yesterday. Today we have contingency, which is the truck gets checked and the stickers, and the truck's ready to go. G-Force went back and prepped everything. It's all good to go, and we're looking forward to the race tomorrow.
So we go to contingency, and it's actually a holiday, and for all our Mexican troops and everybody there, and the vibe was amazing. All our sponsors, everybody was there. So we just we make sure we look good, and we make sure all our families and friends were there, celebrating with us not only the race and this day, but getting everybody together was an amazing experience. So the vibe makes it even bigger in Mexico and Baja. It's a big Independence Day for Mexico, so we celebrated with our family, and we celebrated racing, so it's pretty cool. And then we all get together and we have dinner. We get us as a team, we get together, go over logistics, go over pit strategies. We go over and make sure everybody's there, make sure every chase truck's has got what it's need to go do the job for the next couple of days. And we all get together as a team, and we have dinner, and we joke around, and at the same time, we're serious, and we're where we put all our efforts into our pit books and logistics and people, and we make sure everybody's in the same page. Everybody's got their pit books. Make sure everybody's knows what they're going to do race day, and then we try to enjoy our rest of our evening with all our friends and you know, all our good stories from previous races and what we want to do this race. Going into the Baja 400, you know, it's really similar to the Baja 500, but you know, you got a little different sections where it determines different strategies, different speeds, and different terrains, which determines on everything you do. Logistic-wise, you know, it's always someone always following the truck. We try to have someone every 40 to 50 miles if we can. Every checkpoint that we can see it, there's someone there. Either it's just a visual, or there's pits, or you know, they're always ready with the jack and the tire, making sure that everything is coming good. Obviously, there's tools, there's logistics throughout. So we start setting people in the right direction to every time or every access road that there is, it's covered by someone. So we have everybody around us that know where we're going and what we're doing. So it's just putting all the puzzles together to make it work. This race, you know, it was between the two brothers, John and Kelly. John obviously starts the race and starts pushing. Go through Ojos, through all that race, muddy stuff, and he was on point, on time, and picking up people faster than I've ever seen the truck come by. So we know that we're learning. We know that we're getting faster every single race. Through mile 30, we had 4 trucks, which was great for us. You know, we knew that we had a really good program going, so we just kept pushing. We came out K77. We were on time. We were first truck on time. I think we were 9th on the position, but you know, John was doing a phenomenal job through all this section. We hit like a mile 100. We got our first front flat. Kind of got out of in between some rocks, got stuck. Switched the tire. It took about 6 minutes tire change, which, you know, it doesn't take that long. The fact that we were in a position where we couldn't get out of made it really difficult. Our co-driver got sick, so when we got down to the goat trail, San Matias area and all that stuff, Valley T, when we got down to Valley T, and co-driver had to get out. You know, he was sick. He wasn't feeling well, so Mitch put on a helmet, race suit, and jumped in. You know, and Mitch and his dad are now we're trying to conquer this race. They went back to like 18th on position, if I'm not mistaken, and they started pushing again. They went throughout the Mike Sky Ranch loop. They came back around 12th, which was really good. They pushed as fast as they could, and we came into like mile marker 185 approximately, and we did a driver change, 2 tires and fuel, and the whole crew did an amazing job, did the pit as fast as they could, and then Kelly took over. Kelly did doing all the coast side, which is he's been doing that for a long time. So Kelly came into the picture, and it was time to push, and then we did. Kelly took the truck from 12th up to 8th. We were fighting for the win now. On time, we were back up to like 4th. So we knew it was possible. He hit all the Pacific side, all the coast side, all the beach fast section, and he kept pushing. I think he came in 100 miles from the finish. He was, I think, 6th on the road, and we were 3rd on position, which was really, really good for us. So we knew we can do this. So he came in. There's a section between Santo Tomas and Ojos, 100 miles where it's a single road. You can go in and out. There's no worse seeing it for a lot of miles. So there we saw the truck and waved it by, and hopefully he came out on the other side. And unfortunately, we bent an upper link right 20, 30 miles in between that section where you can't get in. Obviously, we did not have a part in that truck So we had to, find each other's chase trucks. Guy's brother had one in Ensenada. So we ran up to Ensenada, picked it up, went back down,
All good things come with patience. We had a good day going. We were excited. We were pushing towards the top 10, which is exactly what we wanted, where we wanted to be for the 1,000. But it's Baja, it's racing, things happen, So guys are expected to be here in 30 minutes, and we'll see where we're at.
Got in the chase trucks and in between ranches and stuff to get to where the truck was, and we changed the upper link, and from there we went to 20 something, where it's not where we wanted to start the Baja 1000, but there's nothing we can do. The team never gave up, and that's the biggest thing that you do learning the process. Is not only the team doesn't never give up, but they were there. We waited for the truck. We got the last fuel stop. We fixed a little bit of an issue that we had there on the fueling system, and then got them back to the finish line. Other than that, we keep saying, if we would have just finished, if we would have just done this, if we would have done that, and Baja keeps winning. We're really disappointed at this point. Where our year hasn't been any little mistake. It's been really big mistakes, which is an engine, upper link, stuff that you can't control. There's nothing you can control there. So, we just finished the race and put our heads down and kept pushing until the finish line. And we said we got to learn, and we did. So we were happy. We were happy that we were able to drop down, pick up speed, make mistakes and pick it back up. That was really good for us. We always said, you gotta beat Baja before you can win a race, and then, seeing the truck at the finish line, which is good. That's what you want for your sponsors, and that's what you want for the team. Not giving up, pushing where we need it. If it's fixable, we'll fix it. We'll finish it. It don't matter how long it takes, as long as we can do it. And it's a good feeling, seeing the truck cross the finish line, and obviously not the result we wanted, but the effort, the people, it shows that the team that we have is capable of doing a lot of stuff. So we're proud of everybody. We're proud of the whole team. We're proud of the McNeils have always said it. We have the right people and we have the right tools. We just got to have that little bit of luck, and Baja is luck. So preparation and everything minimizes your luck, but you still need a little bit of luck. Well, our first impression in the Baja 1000 was we were excited. It was one of the longest Baja 1000s in history to do, and not only that, it was a point to point but backwards. We start at the Paz and we come up to Ensenada, which was new for us. So we were all excited. We knew what we needed to do, and it was start planning. It was all year. If you guys understand, it goes from San Felipe to the 400 to the 500. It all strategized to do good at the 1,000. And obviously the 1,000 is one of the peakest races there is to go racing. But to be a part of this new program for SCORE, it's amazing. Baja 1000, it takes months and months of preparation. The truck gets stripped down to bare frame. You got over 200 hours of preparation just on the truck itself. And then, you go from logistics to everything that goes behind the scenes. There's a lot of stuff going on. Sponsors, all these sponsors that come through, all the sponsors that make this possible is pretty cool. You create a big group of people that want you to succeed, and as much as we want to succeed, and it's pretty fun.
How's it going, guys? We're down here in La Paz, the Baja 1000. This year, it's the first time they're running it from down here from La Paz and ending it up in Ensenada. So it's exciting to be part of the the first tradition and the first change that they've done. We're super excited to be down here. We've already done a little bit of pre-running. We're going to get some more stuff done today. I have my brother getting ready to go up and go do right around section 300 to 330. He's going to go run that area. And as soon as we're done through tech, I'll go do a little section here at the start. Find some new lines that we want to use for the start of the race, because there's a few areas that are going to be pretty muddy. But other than that, we're excited to be down here. We're excited to be part of the atmosphere and be around all the people. And and having fun and looking forward to the race. And we're going to start off strong and keep that momentum going, and hopefully we can get this thing back up on the podium where she belongs and get a good finish and make all of our sponsors proud.
Showing up to La Paz was something incredible. You know, people there, every corner knew who we were, every corner knew what they wanted to see, the vibe, the people, the way that they welcomes everybody into the racing program was insane. I've never seen so many people out there. I never seen so many spectators lined up at the starting line. There was miles and miles of the first 40 miles of people lined up just to see this event go on. The mayor, if I'm not mistaken, closed everything down and said, "You guys go enjoy Baja." And man, I still get goosebumps. It was one of the most welcomings that I've ever had as people. That I want to do it every year. I want to do this every year. It's cool. It's fun. Maybe because it's new, but it was a good experience. It was fun. Baja 1000 is one of the biggest races there is to do, and you know our preparation was on point. You know, we knew that we needed everything to function perfect. We tested everything. We tested the truck. We tested lights. Baja Design lights were working phenomenal. We did a lot of testing with everything that we had. We try to plan for this race to finish, to win, and we thought that our strategy was going to be maintain a good position through 900 miles, and the last 400 miles to start pushing. You know, we knew getting to the 900 was already a big experience. So knowing that, we just had to prepare everything, chase trucks, people, logistics, and everything. So it takes a lot. It takes a lot to do this, and it takes a lot of people and effort, and we couldn't do it with everybody out there. You know, everybody that goes from chasing to cooking to organizing. You know, we're just a family at the end of the day that wants to go racing. This is a fun thing to do for all of us. So preparing for the race was good. You know, we had our families involved, we had our friends involved. Everything that you can imagine that could have helped us was there. You know, and you know, we all our family members that were at home were actually, you know, giving us updates, you know, giving us where they're at. You know, we had a lot of stuff, but everybody's involved. People that can go and can't go, we're involved. So it's more of a reunion of family and friends to finish this race. Not only finish it, but try to win it. You know, Baja 1000 race is dangerous. Not only on the race course, but outside the race course, you got crew members on the highways. You know, it's a lot of hours. You go 20-something, almost, you know, 25-hour race, and most of the time your whole crew is up with you and chasing you and racing you and trying to beat you to the next race. So, you know, we do our prayers, we do our, we believe in our family-oriented beliefs, and you know, we let the guy upstairs tell us, you know, give us that extra hand to make us all safe and come home to our friends and family that are a part of it. And also, you know, we put our friends and family before anything, right? And racing is fun. It's a sport that we do to get away from our day-to-day routine, from our day-to-day jobs. So at the end of the day, it's a hobby, it's a sport, you know, and we don't want anybody hurt. We don't want anybody, you know, making mistakes. We all want to go racing for many, many more years as friends and families. And if we're risking a life, we're not going to do it. You know, we want to keep doing it. I don't care what team you do, what team's out there. We're all on the same page. You know, we're not going to risk anybody's lives or anybody, even ranchers or people on the dirt highways and stuff. And we pray for all of us to be okay, and we tell the crew members, if anybody feels like we're making mistakes or we're going to risk somebody's life, we'll stop the race. And McNeil's, you know, said it better. You know, we will shut the race before anybody gets hurt. And man, that's a great feeling to understand that, you know, your crew and your bosses and your guys that put up the money and put up the effort and make this possible care about you more than anybody or anything in the racing. It's a family, and we've learned that that's who we are, and that's what's going to make us stronger and stronger every single year.
Y que protejas a todo el equipo que está trabajando duramente para protegerlos durante todo el camino. Te pido, Señor, que cada piloto y copiloto siempre los acompañe el Espíritu y que podamos terminar la carrera con bien. Lo pedimos, Señor, en nombre de su Hijo Jesucristo. Amén.
Amén.
So we go to start the Baja 1000, right? And we have Scott behind the wheel with Adam as a co-driver. That's, his nephew and him, taking the first 300 miles of the race. We started the race good. We knew what we had to do. So they pushed. Our strategy, like I said, was keep the truck going to mile 900 and start pushing the last 400 miles of the race, and that's what we did. We kept it easy, we kept it going. We tried not to hurt the truck, try to keep our pace. It was good. It was one of the good first 300 miles. Truck came in. We had flat tires, 2 flat tires, caused by unfortunately a truck ran into us in one of the lines. They kind of came into each other, and then the other one of the truck was stuck, and we had to go around them, and we ended up hitting the rock and had another flat tire. So fortunately, we had 2 flat tires about 300, and then we knew we were getting Mitch and Ronnie. Ronnie is another one of our co-drivers that has been in the program for a long time, and them two were going to go into the silk beds, all the rough stuff, all the stuff where everybody was getting stuck at the Baja 1000, all the roughest part of the section. So we knew that they had their homework to be perfect. So we went into the silk pits, and luckily we almost made it to the end of the silk pits within 100 feet. We got stuck. Roughly all the Baja fans got together, pushed the truck out. We didn't lose a lot of bit of time, but we did clog filters. Air filters were a big major issue that we had that race. We started losing power, filters were clogging up. We did change filters. After that, every driver changed, but still, it was a lot of silts. There was a lot of stuff. So they pushed all the way to 600, where John and Adam got back in. Adam got back in with John, which had to do the Bay of LA, Catavina area. They had a really good race. They were back up on time. We did before they got in, we did a once look over the truck, which is halfway through the race course of the Baja 1000. So we were like, okay, let's look over the truck real quick, make sure everything's good, and let's send it on its way. So again, change tires, filters, and fix a light that got torn off with the tree, and got them back on the highway. And they did their section. They were pushing really good. We were on time. We were doing really good. And then unfortunately, they got stuck on the Catavina loop, on the silk pits a little bit, and then they fell behind on a big rocks and stuff that were there, and they ended up clipping the guy on a motorcycle that was on the side. They stepped over his motorcycle, and they kind of ruined the back wheel. So obviously, like we said, we want to race, but as fans, as who we are, we were making sure that the rider was okay. We helped him fix his issue before we even left, because Baja, you're in there where nobody can get to you. So if you leave him alone, he's on his own. And so John and Adam got out of the car, make sure the rider was good, try to help him fix his bike, which wasn't, it took us 20-30 minutes there, and we just started pushing again. But by that time we were down on time, we were down on trying to win this thing. But now it's just trying to finish. So we made the right call and helping him out. We went to mile 900 where Kelly got in. Kelly and Scott that started the race, jumped in, told us, hey, I'll jump in with you. I'll finish the race with you. So they did the last 400 miles.
Los autos están así de hondos, güey. Los pegas y tapa la troca, güey. No ves luces, no ves nada. Nomás veo el GPS. Me digo, ¿para dónde? Derecho, derecho, o dale para la izquierda y hasta que ya puedes ver.
You know, it was zero issue. We changed the steering pump just because we thought it might go wrong. It wasn't something that was failing. It got a little stiffer than it usually is. So to prevent any issue where we can't get to them, we decided to change it at the pit real quick, and then got it back on the road. And it was one of those things where we just went to finish. We kept pushing, and we knew finishing the race was going to be a big accomplishment for the team and for everybody that put their time and effort and money, sponsors. We needed to give them that, in finishing the race, and we did. We went all the way to the finish. We hit San Felipe, all the go trail up, then we just kept the truck going, and the feeling to knowing that the truck went 1,300 miles with damn zero issues. It was amazing feeling for the whole team, the whole crew. Everybody, had either tears in their eyes or emotional, because it's a lot to do, and people don't understand what it takes to go compete, but not even compete, finish the Baja 1000 and do it the way you do it. It's good for all our sponsors and friends and families and all those people that are home, staying up with us to give us all the updates and stuff. We needed to do it for all of them, and we did. So that was a Baja 1000.
Feel fantastic. Let's do it again. I'm ready. Let's do it. Let me get some burritos, and I'm ready to rock and roll. Let's go.
We want to thank all our sponsors throughout the whole year. Every single one of them has a lot to do with this, and we want to represent them to the best we can. We push every effort. There's a lot of stuff that goes behind the scenes with them, from developing to doing the best that we can to show their product is the best product that we've chosen. We don't get those sponsors where they call to be a part of us. We pick the sponsors because they have the best products out there to make our race program as easy and as fast as we can make it. So I want to thank all the sponsors for all the stuff they do to make our program succeed and be 100%.
The McNeil family is a very nice family. They took us into their family, not just friends. We're part of them now, and they really help us out as long as making you feel better and not worrying about stuff that we always pray after a race, before a race, and it's thinking who takes care of us. I really appreciate that, because it's always us first, then the race. So if anything happens, it's people first, not just the truck or the race or the position you want to be in. It's always being a family, being together, and being good.
We couldn't do this without the McNeil. Thanking them for what the race program that they let us be a part of. G-Force is my company and my brother's, and our strategy and our effort is to make sure that the truck is flawless throughout the race, logistics and people, all the crew members, which is all G-Force stuff, that are on point, and we developed that. So I want to thank every single one of them for making us be able to do this every single year, and everybody putting 100% of their effort, and family members and everybody at home, all their wives and friends and whatever you want to call it, that are a part of this. We want to thank all them for making this possible as a family, as friends. And the McNeil Racing is not only grown to become who we are, but it's pretty amazing to what they do for all of us and what they do for the team and make sure everybody's okay. And I want to thank all them, Scott, Adam, Kelly, Mitch, John, all them. They put every single effort into making this possible for us to be a part of their team, and we're really happy with them.